Hey guys, it's for real, and today we'll be looking at Cobra. Now, the Cobra is, in my opinion, a British version of a WT at tier 9. And why I say that is because it has 4 shells, which you deal in intra-clip velocity is the same as the TVP, basically, 1.5. And they're HES shells, so basically if you penetrate all your shots, you do approximately 2,000 damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you could get this tank, through the battle pass, 24 tokens. And as soon as I saw the tank available, I was like, I have to get this just for the memes, And you're gonna see that this map is actually the older version of it. And this is, a little bit older replay, but I still wanted to share with you guys because it's a ridiculous battle, not just in damage, but in all areas, honestly. And talking about the matchup itself, it's tier 10s and tier 9. It's 2-tier matchmaking, which is great. Now you're gonna start seeing me shooting at a T103, and I managed to connect only my third shell, which did 534 damage, and the other two just did a 2-digit damage. And that is the main downside of the Cobra. It has really long reload, and if you don't connect your HES shells, then it's not worth it, But like, there has to be some dropbacks, otherwise it would be just completely broken. Some guys still consider it broken. I'd say it's on the margin. I wouldn't call it broken because the average players cannot do above 2,000 damage. So I think this tank scales exponentially based on the quality of players who play the tank. And honestly, the Cobra, I'm gonna say it is fun, except for the opponent, of course. I found it a really amusing tank to free mark. And look at this poor 430. I'm not gonna penetrate the first one, but I do the second, I do the third, and I'm gonna finish him off. And just like that, I did 1,300 damage to a tier 10 medium tank, which is actually really well armored. Now, what did I use on the equipment on this tank? I used I used turbo. I used the stabilizers, and I think I used the vents. Yeah, because this tank is actually rather slow, and I decided that I wanted to be the ambush assassin, and consequently that was the best build in my opinion. The other one was for a more static gameplay, and instead of a turbo, I used the aiming unit. So anyways, about the battle itself, it's currently 5-4, however we're losing 3k HP from what I'm seeing. And what I came here to do was to support the CS. However, the CS notes that there's a TD sniping in the back, and that's probably the STRV. However, the STRV is not really a big of a threat, so what I'm gonna do, however, despite... I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do here, and in the end I decide to actually fall back because I don't want to be alone, because the Cobra does need support unless it kills its opponent one-on-one and has time to reload. You always want to have backup to help you out during your long reloads. So anyways, our heavy tank flank has fallen. I spot Crown coming, but he is thankfully focusing on the CS, which enables me to put a full almost clip into the Crown for another 1.3k damage, and that's absolutely ridiculous. And 2 successful clips already put me at 3.3k damage, which is fantastic. Now, the CS, he's a bit over ambitious because he's committing alone into several tanks. Even despite him being a top tier, he's not going to be able to face him alone. And as you see, the phase is full HP, and like the CS is gonna unfortunately die an unnecessary death contributed by the 60 TP. And what I'm planning to do here is give 1 clip and run away. Hopefully, I'm hoping that the E75 is in the open, rushing to our base for no reason. However, it does not prove the case. It's the Tiger 2 that actually appears. And I see this opportunity, I wiggle left and right to confuse him. He does manage to put a shot into me, however. And I auto-aim and just nuke him out of existence for another 2k, 1.2k. And I'm at 4.5k damage, 2 kills, a fantastic result. And this is what you want to do, honestly, my Cobra. Isolate an opponent one-on-one, absolutely nuke him, but be sure that you can kill him in 1 clip, And then once you finish the 1v1, of course, you get to safety and reload. And what I'm doing here is basically running to the hill to reload. The 705, he wants to commit, which is a mistake. I tell him to fall back. I get hit by the E75, who did the actual all the way around. I don't even know. It's actually ridiculous that the Moots did not spot the E75 doing the entire circle, which is unfortunate because I lose 460 HP, and that's terrible. However, I am reloaded, and the 705 actually, despite him making misplays in positioning, allows me to get the E75s behind and absolutely nuke him out of existence. So it does work out eventually. Anyways, a Progetto is shooting me, which surprises me. I didn't even find an angle, but he luckily bounces me. And HP are getting rather scarce because I'm a almost guaranteed one shot to the 60 DP, and the phase I'm a 2-shot from a phase. So every HP counts. Now our 705 is unfortunately gonna fall. There's nothing I can do. I'm just simply reloading, and I'm questioning whether I should try and hold the hill or actually fall back. And I opt for the idea of going down. And oh wait, never mind. What is the play here? It's been a while since I watched the replay, I'll be honest with you guys, but it was such a high damage game and really good decision making that I wanted to feature it regardless. So anyways, I speed up here the replay because, you know, it gets a little bit stagnant after a while because we're down 3.5 KHP and the play is in the enemy's court, so we need to see what they want to do. So anyways, an AMX-30 is spotted, and on 60p, I spotted the 60p by proxy, and he's at 1.6 KHP, and I'm looking at the 60p wondering what's he gonna do. And then I see, oh, he's just overcommitting, he's not even looking at me. That's perfect. Let's see what the Cobra can do to him. And there we go, that's 3 penetrations, maybe 4. An easy 1.6k damage clip, not even worried, which puts us at an easy 7k damage. And yeah, that's a tier 10 super heavy gone, because he was kind of getting too cocky. And that was probably my favorite clip of this battle, not even gonna lie. And that puts our HP difference at only 1k below. And I see an opportunity where the phase is probably looking at the Moots right now. And I see the opportunity to clip the phase. And I'm gonna do that. However, our, Moots dies, and the phase is super aware of what's going on, which is fantastic awareness from him. And he manages to avoid being clapped from the back. However, the AMX-30 tries to get a hit on us. He bounces, which does give me an opportunity to tank a shot and kill him out. Now, one thing about the Cobra is that it does actually have really trollish armor. So you can occasionally bounce shots, because not many people are actually aware of the armor which this tank has. Of course, if you start loading the gold, then, you know, shooting for its weak spot, you're gonna pen it. However, when I was marking this tank, you could bounce more shots than you expected. So that's definitely a thing that the Waffenträger, for example, could not do. So anyways, I'm left in a 1v3 and with 99 HP versus basically 3k. And I'm basically thinking, okay, let's give one more clip to the phase and then we can call it wraps. And I predict his position perfectly. And just as I was talking about the armor, it did hold out, thankfully, and he does bounce. And that does enable me to double track him and give him one last clip, which puts me at 8,700 damage, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's almost the maximum you can do with his tank. As you can see, I penetrated almost all of my shots, and I'm left with only 2. So I was really happy with this result. But that's not gonna stop Progetto and the Cobra'S from capping, which unfortunately I don't have a view range, and we're gonna cap it out because we have also pretty good camo. Which is a heartbreak, but however, I'm really happy and proud of the battle which I played, and honestly, I can't be mad about it. It's a really great tank. Some consider it OP, others consider it average. As I said, it depends on the player. Thanks you guys for watching, and take care.